Hello everyone, my name is Isaiah, and here is a first/early impressions of Unity AI. A little context, I used Unity years ago as a student back in college. It's what I learned to program on, but I have not done any Unity or game development work in quite a little while. So this will be me coming in kind of fresh, coming in kind of inexperienced with all this. So we will see how much I remember and how much I don't. So more importantly, I tried one iteration. It did not go super well, so we're going to try iteration 2, and hopefully this re-record goes a lot smoother than the first time. So actually I have this copy, but we're going to make a new one here and just call it 2D. Great. And we'll name it something more interesting, which is Unity, YouTube, MCP, demo, or let's call it YouTube AI demo. That's a little more generic. Great, and we're gonna put it in my typical workspace folder in there. And I'm not gonna set that up. We don't need source control for a demo. Okay, great. So we are configuring that right now. Give Unity a minute to load. Just gonna pause while it does so you're not bored. All right, so we now have our empty Unity project set up for 2D. So next thing we're going to do is just click this little AI button here, agree and install Unity AI. That'll start running. And again, this will take its sweet time too, so we can do another pause of the video and just let that do its thing. It's actually going faster than I thought it would, but we'll still pause. Okay, so Unity AI is installed. So next we're going to go into project settings and get it configured, because explicitly and specifically what I want to do is get it running with cursor, which is my goal, and we have not had the best luck so far here. So let's see how we're looking. Interesting. Looks like it already has cursor enabled, which is confusing because this should be fresh, but it must be at a package or project level. So let's start and stop the bridge. Great. Running. Great. Now that we restarted that, let's disable cursor, check status, not configured, okay. And configure cursor, and check status, configured. Good enough, okay. And let's go into cursor, or rather, let's open up the new project in cursor. So, pull in a window, CD into workspace, and I think I called it Unity something, yes, and open cursor here. All right, so let's just double check we have the MCP configured as we want it. Looks like we do in fact have Unity MCP enabled, great. And yeah, MCP servers are just kind of a way for one AI tool or agent to talk to another service, like Unity in this case. So, great, looks like it actually requested access again. We're gonna allow that, and looks like that's enabled or allowed. Interesting, now there's about 3 of the connections. Not sure why we have 3 instead of 1, but we'll take it. 3 is better than 0, so let's Alt-Tab back into Unity itself and kind of take a look, and let's try just a basic prompt. So we're going to vibe code this whole thing. That may be painful for those of you who can work in Unity natively a little more quickly, but really this is to experiment with Unity AI itself. I'm just going to say, make me a beautiful start screen with a play button using Unity MCP. And let's kick it off. See how it does. Nice, it seems to be figuring out things about the project pretty quickly. This will definitely take a minute, but if we double check, it looks like all of this failed. That's very interesting. All right. Interesting. Accept. Connection. Accept. That is very interesting. All right. let's just start and stop the bridge one more time. Interesting. So this hit capacity limit. Allow this as well. Interesting. And let's see. Try again, just because we want the bridge. So it's quite possible what's happening is it's connected to too many at once. So let's revoke both of these and revoke this one. And let's allow this one again. Hopefully this is the right one. We'll double check. And let's say, try again. All right, so like this, it didn't immediately fail like it did before every single time. Trust me, I have tried this more times than you will see in this video, so we will hope that this time is the charm, and if not, we will see what happens and see if we can figure it out. I mean, may record if not, but I'm hoping I don't have to. So, looks like it's running some actions. I wonder if we get any logs about the actions. Guess we don't. That's too bad, but that is fine. We'll let it work. We'll let it think. And if nothing happens in the next few seconds, I will pause the video again for your sake of not being bored. Yes, looks like it is still taking its sweet time. So we're going to hit pause. I'll wait it out, and I will be right back with you. All right, so it is still stalling, as you can see. So what we're going to do is try turning on show debug logs, and we'll see if we get any more information here. And let's just say, try those two commands again, please. And I'll hit Command Enter and Cursor just to force it to immediately pick that up. All right, so it looks like even though we show debug logs, we're not getting any of them unless they're down here. Interesting. I'm not sure where those be sent to, if not to here. And I'll admit I did ask ChatGPT for that advice, so let's ask it for a little more advice now. No logs. Ah, there we go. Nope, never mind. That had nothing to do with what we're doing. All right, and let's see. No logs from Unity. Interesting, yes. Only use cursor. Cursor speed. Interesting. All right. Well, we can indulge ChatGPT in some of these suggestions, and we'll see what happens. So, yes, we'll try restarting cursor server now. Let's see. Let's just stop those, and we'll go back into MCP settings. Forgot all my hotkeys here. Great. Command K. Go back into MCP settings, and we'll turn off the Unity MCP, and we'll turn it right back up. Okay, let's see. That maybe kick the tires a little. We'll say, try them again. Yes, looks like we actually got some logs. Great. I'm much happier. Really was starting to lose hope and lose faith. So here we go. Great. That seems like the cursor I know, actually getting things done. Love it, cursor. Love it. Anyway, looks like cursor is going to take its sweet time now that it's gotten started. Obviously, it is working with an MCP for each and every change, or at least most of its changes. So that's quite a lot for a little text editor IDE, even if it's AI powered to do. So anyway, I am gonna hit pause, let it work its magic, and I will catch you up when I'm back on when it's done. Okay, so we are back. Finally. This, I would say, took it over 10 minutes to do, for the record. So if you're looking for a fast and snappy editing experience in Unity, the MCP server via Cursor, specifically via Opus 4.8 as the model, is definitely not it. I'm impressed after all the early startup issues and configuration issues I had that we got this far with it. It definitely seemed like once the MCP server was configured correctly, it actually had pretty good knowledge of how to use the tool and, yeah, leverage it rather effectively. So again, it took a shocking amount of time to do this, and as you can see, a lot of chat, and I don't even want to think how many tokens slash credits for Cursor is burned. But yeah, I still am happy that it works. You can see I can actually hit play, give it a second. But if I hit play, see it launches, changes the gradient, which is interesting. The nice little hover effect on the play button, that's probably default. Interesting. Didn't notice that gradient shifting effect before, that's cool. If I click play, it loads the new main game scene. So that is something. That is, again, a very small step for AI in Unity, but I'm relatively impressed as someone who's never seen this work before. Uh, that was shockingly hard for the AI to do, I would say. I'm going to wrap it up right here. Share this. I know it was more troubleshooting than it was actually seeing AI in action, but I'm hoping this helps someone else out who has the same little frustrations I do trying to get a similar config set up. So if it helps you, or if you have any questions, please let me know. And thank you so much for watching.